Hello! Today we're making puff pastry cream horns with whipped cream and mango pieces. Here is the result. For the dough, use 400 grams of flour, 200 grams of sour cream, 200 grams of butter, and 4 grams of salt. Add the salt to the flour and mix. Next, blend the flour and butter in a processor into even crumbs. My processor is small, so I'll do it in 2 batches. Add half the flour and half the butter to the processor. Now blend for about 30 seconds on high speed. There we go. 1 batch is done. Do the same with the remaining flour and butter. Then, add the sour cream to the mixture. Now, mix everything thoroughly. Once it comes together, finish kneading by hand. Then, put the dough in a bag and chill it in the fridge for at least 1 hour. Take the dough out and divide it into equal pieces. I'm dividing mine into 8 parts because that's easiest for me. Put the remaining pieces back in the bag and return them to the fridge. Shape the dough into a ball. Even though it's cold, it's easy to shape with the warmth of your hands. Roll it out under parchment to 3 millimeters. Of course, you can buy puff pastry at the store, but I really recommend making it yourself to experience the taste of true homemade pastry. Cut the dough into even strips about 3 centimeters wide. I use a pizza cutter, but a regular knife works too. 1 piece gives you 6 cream horns. This makes about 50 horns. If that's too much, make half a batch. Shape them. I usually use ready-made cone molds, but they're easy to make from foil. Wrap each strip around the cone with overlap and no gaps. Place the horns on a baking tray with the edge facing down so they keep their shape while baking. To give them a beautiful, crisp, golden crust, brush them with egg yolk, but not plain yolk. Add 1/3 of a teaspoon of sugar and 3 to 4 drops of sunflower oil. Then add 1/3 of a teaspoon of cream or milk. For me, this coating is the most reliable and versatile. It makes the pastry look appetizing. Once all the horns are brushed, they're ready to bake. In an electric oven, bake for 20 to 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius without convection. In a gas oven, bake for 20 to 30 minutes at 170 to 180 degrees with the tray slightly above center so the bottom doesn't burn. keep an eye on the baking because this dough is delicate and thin. And depending on your oven, you may need to adjust the time and temperature. Now, let me show you a lovely decoration that not only makes the horns prettier, but also adds a chocolatey, nutty flavor. Take 100 grams of dark chocolate and melt it in the microwave in 15-second bursts. Dip the edge of the horn into the chocolate. They already look lovely. Now for the toppings. First is raw cane sugar, which adds a lovely extra shine. Of course, you can get creative here and use whatever you have in your kitchen. Freeze-dried berries and nuts work great. My second topping is fine crumbs, which add nice texture and a light nutty note. Now let's move on to the filling, whipped cream. For this, you'll need 500 milliliters of cream with 33% fat, 100 grams of powdered sugar, or more if you like it sweeter, and 2 packets of stabilizer, 12 grams each. Add the cream to the mixing bowl along with the powdered sugar, and be sure to sift the sugar first. Whip the cream on low speed for about 2 minutes. Then whip it on high for 1 more minute. The cream is whipped, but it's still too soft. For the horns, we need a thicker cream. So add 2 packets of stabilizer and keep whipping on low speed for about 1 more minute. Look at that texture. This is exactly what we need. I'm setting aside 1/3 of the cream for the mango filling because I only had a little mango. I'll leave the rest plain, so I'll have 2 kinds of pastry horns. Prepare a piping bag and fill it with the cream and mango pieces. I'm using a round tip about 1.5 centimeters wide. Now, fill another piping bag, fitted with a closed star tip with the remaining plain cream. For the mango cream, a round tip works best. Hold the piping bag firmly in your hand and fill the pastry horns. The flaky pastry and airy cream pair beautifully with the soft, honeyed flavor of mango. And the closed star tip gives the horns a beautiful, elegant finish for serving. Filling the horns is a very pleasant and relaxing process. Tasting time. Delicious! The flavor is balanced. Enjoy!